Welcome back to another season of SC Mobile Season 18. That's right, we're in another season already, and there has been a lot to discuss already, and we are less than 24 hours into this season. So, we're not going to play a match because we have to first of all, we're going to go over the team, then we're going to also talk about the updates, and then we're going to talk about how this season's gonna be a lot different than our previous season. So, first off, again, it has been a very interesting 24 hours, and you know what? We'll start with the update first. And what I mean by that is, this week there happened to be a glitch, and obviously, as you guys can see, there's no league rewards because a lot of people were able to use this glitch to get, I think it's like hundreds, 200,000 league tokens, and they were able to buy really high play. They were able to get that Eto, that Zico card. They were also able to buy a lot of those packs, which meant, I think I saw a lot of tradable Henri's going out, Eto going out. There's a lot of cards in the market that have kind of really gone down, are gonna go down in price because of how many players were bought during this time from those packs. So, it's going to be interesting to see what they do to fix it because, to be honest, it's probably one of their biggest blunders in a while. But you can always expect that with the FC Mobile update, can't you? But yeah, so, I mean, if you didn't get that glitch, I think it's going to be now a lot harder because you're going to see a lot better teams, I was going to say, you look at when this did happen, it's, right when, at least it's before Team of the Year. Because if this had happened with 107s, I think, this would have had tragic results. But because the highest is still 105s, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's going to be a lot more 110 overalls. The overall of a lot of teams got boosted heavily today. But for sure, I mean, if this happened during Team of the Year, it would have been like drastic measures because then we're talking about 107, possibly 108 players, and a lot of them in the market. We'll see how it goes. I've already seen a lot of people crashing in the market. So, I mean, if you have like this card now is worth 130 or 130 million. And literally before the update, I think it was like 300 million, maybe 240, but thanks to the update and thanks to the glitch, a lot of these player prices have dramatically decreased, so that will be interesting. But let's go over the team, and first and foremost, as we told you, Mbappe's not here, and it is Thierry Henry. And look at the pace of this guy. 169 pace, 151 shooting, 157 dribbling. Untouchable. I mean, you look at the trades, finesse shot flair, long shot taker. He is going to be an unreal card. And then we did swap out Ruiz for Pirlo, and my goodness, this is going to be an interesting. Now, I will say, in terms of pace and shooting, I think he's actually lower than Ruiz. We look at the passing, the dribbling, the defending, and that tells you everything you need to know. It's a little bit shorter than Ruiz, but I think I played with him in head-to-head. It's been pretty good. So those are the two changes. A little bit about the update. I haven't played Manager Mode because I want to play it a little bit later. And I'll play it off camera first to get the hang of it. But in head-to-head, I don't know about you guys. You guys can put down in the comments how you've seen the update. I feel like the update's been pretty bad in terms of like head-to-head and versus attack in terms of scoring. It makes it so much harder, not just because, obviously with the skill moves kind of being hindered a lot. But the one thing I really noticed is the passing is not fluid. I mean, at least before you could kind of go quickly passing through. Now it takes a lot more time. The passes are a little bit faster maybe, but to actually like, for your player, once you press the button to actually pull off the pass, it takes quite a bit of time. So, to me, it hasn't been that enjoyable. It's made playing head-to-head a lot harder. To be fair, for me, it actually benefits my style in terms of I like to build it from the back, so when I do link up play, I mean, again, it's pretty much the only way you can play this game now with the skill moves kind of being killed. Obviously, you still have your fake shots is probably your best skill move. Lane changes is gonna be a little bit better, but in terms of heel to head, heel to heel, and those step over and exit and such skill moves, those are gonna be a little bit. Those are gonna be pretty hard to pull off. Now, the one thing I did want to look at is look at the roles, and as you can see, Jota will be the captain for the season. That's something we yeah. Obviously, last season he did win it. Got us. Last season we had a 34.48. The season he was captain, we almost had a 36% win rate. Let's see if he does the same. And then, I mean, you look at everything else, it's parallel because he's a magician on the ball. And then penalties obviously go to Jota. Now, I will say, from this, obviously, it'll be interesting to see my tactics. So, because I'm starting off, now normally I start on like 21 days because it makes it easier to get into SC Champion, as you guys know. If you guys don't know, if you want to get into SC Champion really easy or like easier, not saying that would be really easy, but what you want to do is you want to start off here, but you want to wait 7-8 days, right? I'm going to wait for all the good teams, all the teams that try early to get into SC Champion like this. You're going to wait for those teams to kind of disappear. So that takes kind of a little bit. Once you start seeing 600K, 700K, you're good to go here. In terms of all the better teams that play first, and as you can see, just if you don't believe me, look at the leaderboard. 110s all around. Yeah, that's what the effect of the glitch is probably going to have on a lot of teams. Yeah. So I will say this. Yeah, so if you want wait, then try and play, and you're going to most likely end up with lower overall teams that have higher rating playing against you. So you have a better chance of making FC Champions, not guaranteed. I've used that trick for, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 seasons now. And almost every time I've been able to get into FC Champion. Then from there, it's just about staying up. But now I am going to be playing straight off the rip. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be interesting, obviously, because of the glitch. And like you guys saw, there's a lot more 110s, 109, 108. So manager mode is kind of going to become a little bit, in terms of if you didn't get that glitch and say you are 107, 106, 105 in that range, it is going to become very hard now. And this is where, there's going to be a lot of questions about it again, because you're going to have a lot of buff teams and you're not going to have the people who didn't have the glitch. It's going to be a lot harder to get an SC Champion, especially with the majority of the opponents you're going to go up in Legendary 3 and onwards are probably going to be at least 109, 110. So, to me, there's going to be a lot of issues in this manager mode. And then on top of that, however, well, not on top of that, but however, the good thing is, though, I think, 14 days, so literally halfway through the season, Team of the Year is going to start. So, then we'll see if that kind of reacts, because it will give others the get the chance to get higher overall cards. So at least these 110s, aren't like the most OP. There's going to be 112 overalls, and then it kind of, you can kind of fizzle out, because once 110 isn't the highest overall, ST Mobile has this way of, if you're not the highest overall, it doesn't really matter how high your overall is. Because once you're in 110, you kind of play this similar to like a 108. It's a weird thing that I've always noticed in FC Mobile. That the highest overall and the second highest overall are like almost untouchable. But once you get lower than that, there's not as much of a factor in overall as there should be. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, there's going to be a lot to unpack this season. especially thanks to glitches. Thanks to the updates. I'll see how the update goes in manager mode, and I'll let you guys know how manager mode is gonna work. Because obviously with the update, I'm sure the gameplay is gonna change as well. So yeah, there you guys have it. That's gonna be it for the season 18 preview. A lot of things to look forward to, and I don't think this is gonna be. I mean, in terms of season, obviously since we're playing first, it's probably gonna be statistically maybe a better season, but I don't know about the wins and the losses. I think this could be one of our tougher seasons. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.